Hello, hello. This is going to be an exciting day because guess why? We are going to learn how to batch create social posts in Canva. You know how long it takes sometimes just to do a just one post creating in Canva? Sometimes it can take a while. So just imagine taking all that time that it takes to just create one and putting it in like having like 40 or 60 or 120, right? Or more. In and it's made in about the same time, right? So that does a couple things for you. One of the reasons why I want to show you how to bulk create is because with how we're going to do it, it can actually, we're going to use some, it can be quotes, it can be lots of different things, or pain points for your business, um, or for whatever, just maybe to encourage a friend. But it can help you stay on task for what you want to talk about and what you want to post that day. So, how great is that? So, it solves so many issues. It saves time, and then it also, helps us with our content and building that out and making sure that it's just really solid and cohesive. So, with that being said, let's get started. There's going to be three things that you're going to need, and I'll put that up on the screen here real quick. You're going to need Chat GPT or some type of like, you could use Claude. I have Claude, but I really, really like Chat GPT recently for this. It just seems like it takes from so many more areas than Claude right now. And, but that can change. That can change because 2 months ago, I liked Claude a lot better. But for these purposes today, we are using Chat GPT. And then also Google Sheets. And you'll find out why. But yeah, Google Sheets or another type of software that can create CSV files for you. So I guess it doesn't have to be Google Sheets, but some other type of Excel sheet or something like that, that you can download a CSV file really quickly. So, and then also Canva, but you don't need the paid version of Canva. Perfectly fine with the unpaid version. And there's so much that you can do. I mean, you can bulk create, right? So anyway, let's get started. I'll take this off the screen. And what we're going to do first is we're going to go to Chat GPT. But before we do, I just want to put up on the screen, there's a prompt that I'm going to give it that I actually have already done for you, just because sometimes it can take a while for Chat GPT to let me know what it's thinking. And I just kind of want to do this in real time without any starts and stops and stuff. So I'm prepared. So how great. Okay. So this is the prompt that I am giving ChatGPT, or that I already gave. And you will see that I am asking for phrases and things that have to do with party planning. Now, you might be thinking, you're not a party planner and you hate planning parties and all that kind of stuff. But the reason why I'm choosing it is because I like to plan parties, and I love to create things in Canva for parties. So, um, and I'm having a 50th birthday party really soon that my husband is planning. But guess what? I like to have like signs at the end of the driveway. I like to have, banners that I've created. I like to have this, and what all the things on the table are. And anyway, so I digress. And but that's why we're going to do this, is because it's just kind of fun. We all go to parties. We all, some of you might be party planners, and if you are, you can use this content that we're creating, because I'm going to post it down below. I'm going to post the template. And if you just want to use it as is, that's awesome. You should go ahead and do that, because I'm giving you permission to just take it and use it, and to help build out your business. Anyway, okay. So this is what my prompt is. I'm creating batch posts through Canva, and I'd like you to give me 20 phrases, quotes, or a sentence or questions on a few pain points on why people think it's so hard to throw a party, but reasons not to get overwhelmed, because people will be together and that's all that matters. That's why they need a party planner, or to think positively about parties. Please list them out without numbering them, because we don't want numbers, because then that complicates things when we do a copy paste into the Google Sheets. Okay. So just if you learn anything from here, just remember not to have ChatGPT not list them in numbers, or Claude, or whatever AI you're using, without numbers or bullet points. Sometimes bullet points can work. I'll show you how to make it so it does work. And we want that to create without quotation marks around them. So without quotes, so that we can easily copy and paste them into a Google spreadsheet. So I just let ChatGPT know all of the things that I'm thinking. Like, I talk to ChatGPT like he's my best friend, right? So anyway, and it's really, really great. It's actually super fun. It's something I like to do in my free time and learn lots of things. So then I put, let's start with the first 10 to make sure that we're on the right track. And the reason why sometimes I'll just say, just give me a couple examples at first, because sometimes it's way off base. The first time I put in a bunch of stuff, it was so just kind of like, oh, people love to gather because it's a great time to, and I was like, no, I want this to be fun. I want this to be uplifting. I want this, like, because that's how parties are supposed to be. Anyway, so that's why I came up with a couple different prompts. I said to like, after it gave me these quotes, I'm like, hey, can we make this more happy and more fun? And then it gave me the ones that we're going to be seeing in just a minute. So let's switch over to that. And I am going to be sharing my screen. Thank you for your patience. We're going to start with ChatGPT first. Okay. Okay. I hope that you all can see this. You should be able to. Okay. Because we're off. Okay. So, as you can see, like I said, like 60, I was like, before I was going to do this video, I was like 60, oh, maybe we'll do 120. And then I was just like, yeah, let's just do 20. But it takes about the same amount of time that it would be to do a whole bunch more, right? But there's a couple reasons why I'm just doing 20, because when we're building it out, it's all going to have the same background. And but if I do 20 of this, and then I did 20 of a different background and 20 of a different background, then I would need to have 3 different Google Sheets that I create, which, I did that last night, and it's just beautiful, and it's just so much fun. I just love doing that. Okay, so after the prompts, this is what we get. ChatGPT said, certainly, here are 20 phrases that address common pain points about hosting gatherings while emphasizing the joy of togetherness, making a great case for hiring a party planner, or a great case for, like, here, come to my party, right? I think it would be really fun to have ChatGPT come up with reasons why people should come to my parties. So would that be cool? Okay, anyway, so here, it came up with 20. The first one, worried about the details. Remember, it's the company that makes the night, right? Okay, so I'm going to just put my cursor on worried, and then I am just, highlighting this all the way down to about right there. And then I'm going to do Control C to save. Okay, now what am I going to do now? I am going to go over to Google Drive, and I think you should be able to see that now. Yes. And I'm going to create a new Google Sheet. Okay. Okay. So you'll see A1 here, like this column. We're going to be posting in column A, but we're going to skip the first row on purpose. So we're going to highlight A2, and then we're going to hit Command V, and everything populated, right? So line item by line item. So everything is there. How cool is that? Okay, so now just real quick, in the column A1, column row A1, we're going to just type the word quote, Quote, because that's going to be our word that we're going to remember. It's going to be like an anchor word, and it's going to cue when we're in Canva, it's going to say here where this word is, put all this stuff in it, and then make 20 copies of the same thing with the other rows. So it's very important that we have that word there or a word there. Okay. It doesn't have to be the word quote. It could be like cool or, oh, I don't know, it could be your name. But quote is great. So now we're going to go up here and we're just going to change the title. I'm going to say Canva party quotes. And then I'm going to write bulk. I put bulk in all the ones that I bulk create because I keep them on my laptop desktop. And so that when I need, like every single day, I go and I'm like, okay, which one's the next one in line that I'm going to post today, right? So it's just a really, really easy way to keep everything organized. So, okay, now I have that title in. Now I'm going to go to File, and I am going to go to Download, and I am going to download it as a CSV file, which stands for comma separated values. And then, so we're going to just do that real quick. Now it did that. I'm going to move it to, I'm going to get rid of this one real quick. I'm going to save it to my desktop here so it's easily found. Okay, now we're going to go over to Canva. Yay! Are you ready? Here we go. Okay, so now we should be on Canva. And what we are going to want to do is we are going to want to find, okay, so if you already have a template of exactly what you know you want all of your quotes to be on, that is wonderful, wonderful. If you do Instagram post squares, we're going to do that. Okay, so we're doing squares today. And then we're going to go over, like this over here are all the templates. We're just going to pick out a template that looks like a cool one that we can do quotes on. And I think the biggest thing is don't overthink it when you're first practicing. Or maybe at first. I think the biggest thing, it doesn't even have to be your brand colors that you'll choose on here. I would look for the font if it matches, or not even the font, but if it kind of matches a vibe, or if it has a really cool layout that you are really, really liking, then go ahead with that. I would try to stay away from things like this, but did you see on the next one? That's kind of cool. But we want something just a little bit more fun, right? I don't know. We might come back to that one. Yeah, there's some quote ones down there. Okay, this one. Do we want that one? Mm-hmm. I promise I will find one. Yeah, let's do this one. It's kind of fun, actually. Sometimes, just so you know, there's ones that you'll click on the template and there'll be multiple ones that are attached to it. Just make sure that there's just one. So if there's multiple templates within that template, if that makes sense, you'll want to like just scroll and delete those ones. Choose the best one that you want to duplicate. So we're going to duplicate this, and I actually kind of like the font as well. I've never done a creation with a font like this before. So right now we're going to look at all the things in here that we don't need and all the things that we do need. I'm going to check something real quick. Like we can change the background much on here, which is unfortunate. We can put something else in the background if we wanted to, but I think then that would get rid of this cute little thing. So we're just going to deal with this right now. Right here, let's say that you want to put your name down here. So I'm just going to put Gretchen Berger Social. Okay. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I can make sure it's spelled correctly. Yeah, that's right. And that's how you say my last name, Burger, like a hamburger. Okay. If you were wondering, I don't know if you were. Okay. So the only thing is when we look at, do you remember, like, I think some of our wording is going to be bigger than this. So we're going to want to make this a little smaller and bring it up a little bit. And I don't know about you, but I'm a really, really big fan of having left margins. So, excuse me, I'm going to make sure this has a left margin. And I'm going to bring that in a bit. Bring it up. So I don't want it, that's as far as I would want things to go. And sorry, I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller, actually. Usually don't like to go much smaller than that. Okay. And I'm going to bring this down actually here to the bottom because nobody needs to really see that. And to me, it looks like the spacing is a little wonky. Oh no, maybe it's just from the L's. Okay, so we're going to kind of keep it at that. And actually, this kind of looks better right here. So we're just going to see how it all works. Okay, now once we got all that lining done, we're going to highlight the whole entire thing. And then we are going to write the word quote. That's our anchor, Quote. And then see where it says spacing right there again. We're going to click on that. And then just make sure, see where it says anchor text box. See this little anchor start. Just make sure that it is pointing down, because when it populates things, we don't want it to create the text going up above the word quote. We want it to create it from there and below, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, just make sure that part is checked. Again, how you get there is this spacing. Click on that, and then anchor text box, and then the anchor start down below. Okay, are you ready? This is so exciting. Okay, so now we'll go over to the left-hand side, scroll down, and you should see this little, it's a little box with a plus in it. It says bulk create. You can click on that. There's a really good chance if you've never bulk created before that you're not going to see this. So I would suggest, if you don't see it, go into apps on the side and then scroll down, and then you'll see a whole bunch of different things. And bulk create will be right there. So it doesn't matter if you press that one or the one on the side. It doesn't matter. We're just going to press that one. And then we scroll down. It says, do you want to enter things manually? Well, no, because we just get to putting everything into a CSV file so that we don't have to do it manually. We're going to do it the cool way. So we're going to upload the data. And then here it is, Canva party quotes. And we're going to open it. And it's like Christmas. It's like super fast. Okay, now we're going to highlight that, or just click on the word quote. And then see these three little dots here. We are going to click on that. And then there's this little, it says connect data. Looks like a whole bunch of these little pancakes. that's what you want. So you click connect data, and then it will have a T there and the word quote. Click on that, and now it highlights things in purple. Okay. So isn't that cool? So pretty. So scroll down, go over to the left, and then hit continue. And then it shows you all of the quotes that it's about ready to do for you. And guess what? We are going to hit generate 20 designs, and it's going to be so much fun because we're about ready to get 20 new designs. And it creates a brand new tab. So now we're in a brand new tab, and I'm going to, just before we take a look at them, I'm going to rename this to party quotes bulk. Okay, so look at this. It's so pretty. And you know, if I had to redo it, I'd probably space things out a little bit more. So now, like for 20 of them, I have to go in and manually do that. So yeah, so you would just do that spacing and then line spacing, right? And I also might make the font, I might change it, like just make it a little bit bigger still. But you know, sometimes like the first time doing it, you don't really know, if you've never used that template before, how it's going to act when it gets populated. So, and it's pretty easy to just go in and then just change things up a bit too, right? And you can make things a little different if you're like, you know what? I don't really like all this. I don't like this kind of font. Well, guess what? I think you guys already know this, but here's another little trick. I just went up to the first one or whatever one you want to be on, and I might be like, you know what? I want to see what this all looks like if I used, oh no, I really like, I like Play Fair Display. I don't know if that would look right, but let's have a look. No, that doesn't look right. That's too big. Montserrat. You know, how about this one? That's too robust. How about Alice? Brittany? No. But anyway, okay, let's just say that we go with, I love the Seasons font too. So let's just say that we wanted to change everything to the Seasons font. Okay, so do you see over here where it says change all? Everything that is using the old font, Lumist marker, it looks like, you can hit change all, and every single one of these will be changed. You know, that actually kind of looks really nice. I kind of like that. I think it's a little easier to read. And then I just need to like get this one in order a bit. So see, that is 56.6 for the font. So I'll do that, 56.6. And let's move it up a bit. Oops. Okay. And there you go. So how beautiful. This is so cool. So I'm so glad that you took time to learn this new skill with me. And if there's anything that you want to see, just put it in the comments and maybe I'll be able to create a video on that too. So if you guys are interested in, like I said, if you want me to do some party theme things, I can definitely do that. And then I can share a template or two in the links below. But I will put what we just created, I will put that in the link below this video. And I hope that you learned something new today and are encouraged. And I hope that you join me again for another video because this is so much fun. And I love creating, and I love creating with you. And one other thing I do want to say as we wrap up here is that when you are looking at the templates, you do really want to, and I know we didn't change the background, um, but if it doesn't jive with your brand colors, right? If it's like bright pink and your brand colors are like all neutrals, right? You might want to choose something that's more into your brand, um, rather than just like, hey, this template looks really, really cool. I'm going to use that. Because when you're utilizing them for socials to help build your socials out, or to look like and to come across as just a person that, I don't know, you just want to have it more cohesive, right? So, and it just looks really, really cool when you're scrolling through somebody's page, right? And everything just kind of aligns, like the brand colors, and oh, the person doing the video is in their brand colors, and it just has this really cool vibe to it. So whatever vibe you're going for, try to figure out a template that does that as well. Um, for example, I don't know, maybe if we can just come back here, maybe like I have a lot of flowers in mine. So in the first template, I may just add a flower like that, right? And I could add a flower still to a whole bunch of these. So maybe I put the flower up here, right? And do that. So but yeah, so once you get to this stage, you can customize it however you want. So, but just so you know, again, I'll leave the template in the link below. Go ahead, do whatever you want with it and use it as it's your own. Change it up if you want to, and just have a ton of fun. So thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day, and God bless you. Bye.